We are closely tracking some breaking news right now. Increasing calls today for Democratic Senator Dianne Feinstein to resign, despite her saying that she intends to return to the Senate. The California lawmaker has been away on extended medical leave after she was diagnosed with shingles and missed some key votes. NewsNation's Blake Berman live in Washington with the latest on this. Blake.
Natasha, the pressure campaign for the resignation of Senator Dianne Feinstein really ratcheting up another level today as the New York Times Editorial Board has come out and said that if Dianne Feinstein does not resign, then the Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer should impress upon her that she should. Here's part of the essay today from the New York Times Editorial Board. They write at one point, quote, "Her absence, speaking of Feinstein, is a failure that deprives American voters of full representation on legislation and appointments that will affect them for decades to come." Now, Feinstein is 89, the oldest member of Congress. She's been missing from the Senate since the end of February, early March, due to a bout with shingles. But even before this health incident, as the New York Times Editorial Board noted, there have been open and ongoing questions about her mental fitness. Part of the problem for Democrats in the White House is that Feinstein sits on the powerful Senate Judiciary Committee, which is now deadlocked in numbers as a result of her absence. It means that Democrats cannot get all the federal judges they want out of that committee. Now, in a statement yesterday, Feinstein suggested that she would not resign, saying, quote, "I'm confident that when I return to the Senate, we will be able to move the remaining qualified nominees out of committee quickly and to the Senate floor." But Natasha, keep in mind here, there's all this talk, and rightfully so, about Dianne Feinstein and the Senate Judiciary Committee, what that means for judges and judges that the Biden White House wants to put forward. She's also missing other votes and potentially another crucial vote to come maybe at the end of this month with the debt ceiling and the debt limit, and when all of that comes into focus here in the upcoming weeks, Natasha.
And Blake, at this point, some other Democrats also calling on her to resign. Is that right?
The New York Times Editorial Board is just one in a long line that's starting to pile up. It started with the California Congressman Ro Khanna a few weeks ago, and other Democrats have followed his lead. You see a handful or so of them there, including Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Over here at the White House, they are staying as far away from this issue as possible.
Change a lot of important critical policies to the American people. I don't have anything to say specifically about when she's coming back or what that looks like, but we certainly wish her a speedy recovery.
Yeah, so the White House there cannot say when the senator might return, and that's across the board, Natasha, as there is not a definitive date as to when Dianne Feinstein might make her way back here to Washington, D.C. Natasha.
Okay, Blake Berman live for us in D.C. with that update. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.